I have a question. Do you have a dream, something that inspires you and that you want to do in the future? If you do, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. My talk today is dedicated to those of you who did not raise your hand. About a year ago, I attended TEDx Tel Aviv. It was then that I decided to share my dream with my Facebook friends. This is what it looked like. I have a dream. איך כל אחד מהמרצים פה סיים בחלום שלו. כן. אני רוצה שאנחנו נציג בטד. לא בשנה הבאה, אולי לא בעוד שנתיים, אבל אנחנו נהיה שם על הבמה. וכשאנחנו נעשה את זה, יוסי, אתה יודע מה אנחנו נעשה?
מה אנחנו נעשה?
אנחנו נציג את הוידאו הזה. כשניצורים יפים, כשחלמנו להציג...
אין שום סיכוי שמישהו ייתן לנו לעלות על במה בטד, אין שום סיכוי. למה? זה עדיף שתמלא לוטו, יש לך סיכוי יותר גדול לזכות בלוטו. האמריקאי, יש לך יותר סיכוי.
גם הוא אומר.
אין לך סיכוי לזכות בלוטו, אין לך שום סיכוי להיות בטד.
This is my best friend. While my close friends thought I was crazy, my Facebook friends decided to make my dream come true. And they did much more than that. They created this talk. I'm proud to be here today and present the first ever crowdsourced TED Talk. This talk was created by thousands of my Facebook and Twitter friends. I asked them, how can I explain and demonstrate the topic of my talk, which is all about crowd wisdom? Bill Gates released mosquitoes in his talk. Jill Bolt showed the real human brain. What should I do? Or Sagi, a 16-year-old, suggested that I recreate the original crowd wisdom experiment from 100 years ago. To do so, I'm not going to show you a real brain. It's even smaller than mosquitoes. It's really, really tiny. We all know TEDx. Starting today, we have TEDx. It's huge. So cute. How are you, Teddy? Okay. Now, whether you're sitting here in the audience or in TED Active or TEDx or wherever you're watching it, watch closely and take a good look at Teddy here and try to figure out what his weight is. Now, use your smartphones and go to TED.com/ox and send your weight estimate. The average weight from your estimates should be similar to Teddy's real weight. This is crowd wisdom. Oh, you're so cute. Where are you looking? Oh, I see that you have red dress. Please, no sudden movements. We don't want Teddy here to get upset, do we? Anyway, we'll get the results in a few minutes. Meanwhile, thank you, Teddy. Wisdom of crowd theory has been researched for many years. Organizations such as Wikipedia, Starbucks, and many others are using it. I asked myself, if this works so well for organizations, could it also work for individuals? Why can't I live my life using crowd wisdom? This is the area of my PhD research with Professor Pasig. Creating this talk was fun, but also a complex task in which Facebook was at the heart. But I used many other social networks, such as Twitter and Facebook to get ideas, YouTube and my blog to share progress. I use crowd wisdom not only in presentations, but also in many other parts of my life. I thought that I'm the only one. But as I started to crowdsource and create this talk, I found out that I'm not the only crazy guy doing that. This is Carl Bassman. He's the lead pastor at King's Cross Church in Tennessee. He's using crowd wisdom to create his Sunday sermons. 1 week before his speech, he goes to his Facebook page and asks his friend, what should I talk about? This is how he creates the topic for next Sunday. Then, during prayer, People use their smartphones to share their collective understanding in real time. He told me that ever since he started to do so, church is full every Sunday. This is Francine and her son JJ from Singapore. She's raising her child using crowd wisdom. Why did you say, oh no? Peter, is that you? She's doing that on a daily basis. And listen very good. She told me that she feels as if Super Nanny is helping her to raise her child. So Carl became a star at his church, and Francine, she's a super mommy. But is this the best crowd wisdom has to offer? You know, one of my deepest fears is the health of my children. Have you ever felt helpless? For me, it happens when one of my kids is sick and I can't help them. This is exactly what happened to Deborah. 9 months ago, her 4-year-old son, Leo, had a fever and rash. She went to the doctor, and he said that this might be a strep. But Deborah, she was worried. She felt that something is wrong. So she used her iPhone and took a picture of her son's skin and posted it on Facebook. After just 1 hour, 3 different people told her that her son might have an uncommon and fatal illness called Kawasaki disease, and that she must take him immediately to the hospital. For Deborah, crowd wisdom saved her son's life. Each and every one of these people is using social networks to do much more than sharing. They are all thinking with their friends. They say they feel as if their brain has been upgraded. If you remember Jill Bolt's talk when she showed the 2 parts of our brain, we have dual core in here. When we think with a big crowd, we are upgrading our brain to 1,000 core. Do you want to upgrade your brain? You do? Here's how you do it. First of all, you need a really sharp knife. I mean, you need a big crowd. How big? It depends. For example, if you have 300 Facebook friends and they are really engaged, it might work. But if you have 3,000 friends and they are not engaged, it won't work. You also need to have a healthy digital relationship with your crowd. This is a new skill. For example, if you only ask questions, no one will want to be your friend. You need to give value, listen, be responsive, and let them know you value their opinion, just like in real life. It's a bit like marriage, isn't it? A few weeks ago, I asked my wife, what should we do during that weekend? She told me, why are you asking me? Go ask your crowd. Then I learned the most important lesson. There is personal wisdom, then crowd wisdom, and at the highest level, wife wisdom. I asked my friend, what is the meaning of this? Gil said that this is a completely new way to create a TED Talk. At TED, we get inspired by the best speakers in the world, but it's just one speaker at a time who reaches out through the web to many, one to many. Today, let me share with you a new idea. A talk which is prepared by many, presented by one, to inspire many. Then Aya said that if in the past we had file sharing, video sharing, music sharing, we are now entering the phase of mind sharing. And then Michael reminded me of the 3 precogs from the movie Minority Report. Steven Spielberg, are you in the audience? You got this completely wrong. Instead of just 3 precogs connected with wires, it's the entire human race connected through social networks to create a true mastermind. Now, is this big crowd a mastermind? Let's go back to our ox experiment and find out. Can I have the envelope, please? Thank you. We received more than 500 estimates. Not bad. The lowest was 308 pounds. The highest was more than 8,000 pounds. Your average is 1,792 pounds. Teddy's real weight is 1,795 pounds. This is crowd wisdom in real time. And now, my biggest lesson is that we can all use crowd wisdom not just for thinking, but also to make our dreams come true. I love this quote from Sir Ken Robinson. I know that you're in the audience somewhere. I admire how you take a piece of paper from your pocket and read a quote. I'll do the same with something you wrote. Dreams are what guide us and help us become the best thing that we could be. Dreams are what make us who we are. For me, being here today is a dream come true.